In 1922, Wilfred Wilf James is a farmer living in Hemingford, Nebraska with his wife, Arlette James, and their 14-year-old son, Henry. Wilf is strongly opposed to Arlette's plans to sell the farm and move to Omaha. He decides to convince Henry to help murder Arlette, holding Henry's girlfriend, Shannon Cotterie, whose relationship Arlette opposes, at stake. Henry reluctantly agrees to assist his father in carrying out the murder. Wilf pretends to agree to the sale, appeasing Arlette. As she celebrates, she becomes inebriated. After Wilf carries her to bed in a drunken stupor, Henry covers her face while Wilf cuts her throat with a butcher's knife. Wilf plans to bury her body with Henry's help, however Henry faints in the middle of carrying her, and so Wilf is forced to dump Arlette into a dry well, where her corpse is soon fed upon by rats. The next day, they drop a cow into the well to hide Arlette's body and provide a reason for filling in the well. Sheriff Jones is suspicious following her sudden disappearance. He searches the house, but finds no proof of a crime, tentatively believing Wilf's story that his wife absconded. As time passes, Henry becomes brooding and isolated, regretting the crime that he and his father have committed. Shannon grows increasingly concerned and subsequently discovers she is pregnant with Henry's child. Her parents decide to send her to a Catholic institution in Omaha until the baby is born and will then be placed for adoption. Henry steals Wilf's car, arrives in Omaha, and runs away with Shannon. As the winter passes, Wilf appears to be going insane, being constantly harassed by rats. He takes out a mortgage on his house to fix it up, but is never actually able to begin the work, as a rat bites his hand while he searches through an upstairs closet. Owing to continued neglect, the roofs on his barn and his house cave in, but he is too consumed by guilt and alcohol to fix them, and in his increasing isolation, his hand injury worsens. His house falls into a state of total disrepair and becomes completely infested by rats. In a climactic scene, Wilf is confronted by the ghost of his wife, surrounded by the rats that ate her corpse. She corners him in the basement and sadistically whispers to him. She recounts, as the viewer sees, the fate of Henry and Shannon. They became robbers, known as the Sweetheart Bandits. During one of their heists, Shannon is shot, causing her to miscarry the baby and ultimately die from massive blood loss in an abandoned house they found by the side of the road. Henry lies down next to her and dies by suicide with a handgun. Later, while in the hospital after his hand is amputated owing to the infection, Wilf is told by the sheriff that an unidentified woman's body has been found on the side of the road, which the sheriff assumes is Arlette. Henry's body is delivered to Wilf, which, like his mother's body, has been chewed through by rats. No one attends Henry's funeral except for Wilf. He again sees the ghost of his wife surrounded by rats. Wilf attempts to sell his land to Shannon's father, who bluntly tells Wilf to leave his property and never come back. After selling the land to the livestock company at a low price, Wilf moves to Omaha and finds a job hauling pallets, but cannot escape being followed by rats. 8 years later, in 1930, Wilf writes his confession, concluding, "In the end, we all get caught." By the time he finishes, dozens of rats have swarmed his room. Arlette, Henry, and Shannon